You're listening to the Ride Life podcast. This week, we welcome in Todd Alton, Brian's buddy from Long Island. He talks about his FXR build, talks about his police bike that he's building. We preview a little bit of what happened in Daytona. There's a lot more in this episode to unpack. If you like what you hear, check us out on Instagram at the Ride Life Podcast, the Ride Life Brian, the Ride Life Jim, or go over to the YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscribe at the Ride Life Podcast. Stay tuned for the show, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to the Ride Life podcast. What's up, Jim?
Dude, we're back.
That was horrible.
We're back. I don't know what happened. You lost your mojo on the intro there. You're killing him for a while, but
I guess I'm a little tired from vacation. But yeah,
we're
going to get to the Daytona and the Las Vegas episode. But tonight we have a guest. He's been on the podcast before, my buddy Todd from Long Island. So he's been rebuilding his FXRs and doing some cool shit. So I want to hear what he's been up to and just see what he's got planned for this year. See when we're going to meet up and ride some FXRs. And hopefully, Jim, you can get to meet him this time because you missed him at the Indian Larry block party. But
yeah,
so
that's all right. He's coming up, so we'll make it work out. Let's let him in because he's in there. He's in the waiting room. Let's let him in.
Yeah, don't let the poor guy wait any longer.
What's up, Todd?
Not much, man. How are you doing?
Good. How you been?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I chill Sunday, sold some parts, and now I'm doing this.
There you go. What do you? What's your main source for selling parts? Marketplace, or you go on Instagram?
Made the marketplace, but I mean I don't sell that many parts, so
yeah.
I'm a hoarder.
Yeah. I'm a buyer, not a seller.
Yeah. I like to think I'm a seller, but I don't like answering people, so there's that.
That's same here. That's why I have so many bikes. I don't want to sell them because I don't want to deal with the people, so I just keep them.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've been through this before, right? So like these guys always hit you up. You're like you're selling $100 piece or something, and they're like, "Hey, will you do it for 40?" It's like, guy, it's $100 piece. Like, just do you want it or not?
Yeah, I had a whole front end off a Sporty, whole 39 mil single disc, but I was fair with the guy. I was like, dude, take it for $250, and he was trying to Jew me down. And I was like, dude, take it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
So I got 200 for it, and then I roped him into buying a couple other parts, and I got my 250 out of it.
There you go. Todd's been on the podcast before, so he wanted to come back on, talk some FXRs. So here he is. I want to know what's going on with the red bike, the red FXR that was running when we went to Indian Larry, and then what happened to that thing?
I think Indian Larry weekend just kind of was its last hurrah. I rode it like a time or two after that, and it was just making all types of noise from the top end. Yeah, I pulled it apart, found the thunder header was cracked in like 6 different spots. So great quality.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Yeah, I mean that thing. The pipe was I kept breaking rear
brackets,
the isolators, like the rubber isolators.
So you were using the stock thunderheader little puck thing?
Yeah, those things kept breaking. One of them just like burnt up. So I think all the movement on that just cracked them all, and then like cracked it in all different spots. Then I took the heads off and the jugs off, brought them to the machine shop, and it took 40 thousandths just to clean them up. So that's like the highest you could go on stock pistons. So
yeah,
they're properly messed up.
So you put new pistons, new rings, new.
Yeah, I actually just picked those up yesterday. Just picked the pistons, not the pistons, the jugs up from the machine shop, and I gotta slap that together.
Do you do all that stuff yourself? Put all.
I'm going to. I've never done it before.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat. My FXI, I was down in Daytona last week. It's leaking from a lot of places, so I think this could be the last summer before I tear it apart, and I'm ready.
Yeah, mine was leaking like crazy all year.
Yeah.
I took it apart to fix it, and I think I made it worse. So, not I think, I definitely made it worse.
I've done that a few times, right?
Yeah. I'm getting anxious, man. Weather's been kind of nice down here. I've been seeing a ton of bikes out, and it's uh, it's blue balling me.
Yeah, I know. So you're in Long Island. I'm in New Hampshire, and I'm sure there's still a huge difference because it was probably 39 degrees here today, and it felt decent, but it's not really riding weather yet.
Yeah, it's like in the mid 50s ish here, low 50s.
Yeah, yeah.
It's coming. I mean, it's going to be 60 here tomorrow and Tuesday. And I definitely hit 61 or 62 last week up here. So it's coming. It's coming quick. I'm hoping that's like the change is happening real fast.
Yeah, I feel like it's just gonna snap, and it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it always works. So yeah,
Yeah,
Jim, you got a lot to do. You got to bring the battery down to the bike and start it.
Start it. Yeah. Yep. I think there's two bolts and yeah, it'll be ready to go. I actually did start it. I started it about 3 weeks ago because where it's parked, it's all bumpy and I didn't want to try to push it through there. And it's like all loose footing and stuff. So I put the battery in, started it up just to move it. So it was good.
Good work.
nice.
She's ready to roll.
Yeah. So let's talk about. So you got another build. So you got what year is the red FXR?
90.
So, all right. So that one's apart, but you also have the RP.
It's Super Glide Police. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, windshield model.
Yep.
Yeah,
So how's that coming along? I saw you got the frame back. You got your tins. I can see a tank behind you.
yeah. The tank's up there, and
Yep.
the fairing too. That's coming along. I've been collecting parts for it pretty much. But now I'm at the point where I'm about to start putting it together. That's also a 90. So luckily, I only had to buy one manual there. So,
There you go.
um, but yeah, my whole, I guess, inspiration for that bike. It's a Oakland police bike.
Yep.
So I wanted it to be like as if a coke dealer got his hands on a cop bike.
I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. It's a chrome powdered frame. So I didn't want to spend the money on the powder coat and risk it chipping. So I did the chrome powder, and it's close enough to chrome. It's looks more like brushed aluminum than
Yeah.
actual chrome, but it's close enough. I mean, once the tins and everything are on it, you're not gonna see much of the frame. So
Yeah. So it'll look chrome from different views, but I know what you mean. They can't quite get that powder coat to be shiny like chrome yet.
yeah, I have a really good powder coater, and he did a couple little tricks to make it better, but I think that's the closest I'm gonna get without spending $3,000 to chrome a frame. So
Yeah. I've been trying to find a place to chrome some 13 spokes, and I've sent a few messages out, and they get back to me that we don't chrome that type of wheel.
um, down in Jersey, Super Chrome, New Jersey.
Super
They're
chrome,
in
all right.
Yeah, they're in Asbury Park. I got a quote from them. It was like 1,600 for two.
The two wheels.
Yeah, for two
Yeah,
wheels.
and that's not horrible. I mean, considering to try to find a set of chrome 9 spokes or 13 spokes, you're automatically $2,000.
Yeah,
So for anything decent.
I mean that guy, SoCal Diamond Dealer or something like that. He does those
Yep.
raffles every once in a while for chrome wheels. So
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
maybe try your hand at that.
I know. I feel like I should get into more raffles, but I just sometimes I gotta stop putting like adding like if it's 50 tickets, $60. I stop doing that math in my head and knowing how much money they're really getting. But
Yeah,
I just gotta think I'm spending $20 to almost get some wheels. That's all I gotta think about.
I've had some pretty good luck with raffles. I mean the red bike is from a raffle. So
You won it in a raffle?
yeah,
Yeah, I think I remember you talking about that last time. Yeah.
yeah, I won that in a raffle. I won some bags. I actually just won a set of shocks too, a set of Olins. So
I mean, you guys won all this cool stuff. I won some coffee from Octane Coffee Company.
I mean, coffee might be more important than all of it.
It came in pretty key. That they shipped it out, and I had it on a Sunday morning. It definitely made my Sunday morning better. So
Nice.
So did you go out? Were you specifically looking for California, or did you just find what you found and then went with it?
It just kind of fell into my lap. So it was a buddy's bike. He bought it from some random guy in Arizona. And then it sat in his garage for like 3 years or something like that. And he didn't do anything with it. He got a new bike, and I was like, oh, I'll take it off your hands. Yeah, I got that, and I literally took it down to the frame the first night I had it.
Yeah. So what was it running when you got it, or was it just kind of?
Absolutely not.
All right. So it was a project to begin with, and you just
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
I'll find some pictures. I'll send them to you. But it came with no primary, sealed 13 spokes on 99 down front end. So that's
That's
not
good.
right.
Yeah, that's not.
And
That's not.
yeah, and all the teal all the tins were spray painted black. So
Yeah. What are you running for a trans in that?
Jim's 6 speed.
Oh, you are. Did you have that, or did you go buy that?
I bought it off Marketplace a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got what's the? Is it just 80 inch, or you gonna? Did you bump it up?
It's a 80, a hot 80. So like 10-to-1 pistons, but I milled down the base of the cylinder a little bit. So it's probably going to be like 11.5 to 1.
Okay.
So it's going to sound good. If I put it together right, it should run good. So
What are
yeah,
you putting for a cam in it?
it actually has a Andrews EV46.
Oh, 46. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled on running that. I wanted to run a Woods W, but I figured I'll try it out. I got the specs on it. It's like a variant of the EV3, but it's for more like higher in the rev range. So
Yep.
it should be fun.
Yeah.
And if not, a cam is easy enough to swap out. So
Yeah. Right. Take
yeah,
off the exhaust. Pull off the. Yep. Yep. What do
yeah.
you? So we were talking swing arms. Did you? So you got that Province Cycles?
No, I did a Fab Kevin swing arm. So
Oh, you,
sent him my swing arm. He cut it up, extended it, did his whole axle adjuster stuff.
oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool. I didn't know you could. He does that stuff.
yeah. It was relatively cheap too. It was the kit itself was like 175, I think, and then for him to install it was 450 or something like that.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, and I extended it 3/4 of an inch because I'm going like 15-inch shocks, so put the
Oh,
wheel
okay.
in the right spot.
Yeah. Are you gonna run the clamshell bags or the RP bags?
No, I got a set of Leather Pros that I'm just gonna swap between the two bikes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Nice.
but dude, how was Daytona? Tell me about that.
Daytona was fun. It's Daytona's Daytona. It kind of there's no riding, but there was so many shows, FXR shows,
Yeah.
and the swap meet is giant. I bought an engine guard off the cut rate, so
All right.
yeah, so $100 for a little crash bar, not
Nice.
bad. Yeah, there's so many parts. I mean, there was some Brembo calipers that I wanted to pick up. There was so much stuff that I wanted, but I didn't know where to put it.
Oh, you drove down. You throw
Yeah,
that stuff in the truck. You'll be good.
I could have easily. Yeah, that was a lame excuse. I could have easily said, "Here, put it off to the side. I'll come back."
Yeah. And what about you, Jim? How was that pool tournament?
I had a blast. It was a good time. It
So
was a good time. Vegas it's funny because when you go out there, like you kind of forget certain shit. Like, no problem to walk out of the hotel with like 4 beers in your hand, get into a cab, drive over across the city, just never stop. It's just weird. It's just so different. And lost a little bit of money, played a ton of pool. I had an awesome, and the weather it was like 80 degrees when we were out there every day. It was perfect.
Yeah, that's
how far
awesome.
did you how far did you actually make it? Did you guys win any money?
We didn't. Well, we qualified for the money round, and then we lost in the second round of the money round. So we were like in like ninth place or something like that. Fifth place to first place placed. First place was 10 grand, so it would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, that happens.
I could have bought you an FXR. Could have been cool for once.
I'll never.
You could have just blown all that on a cam and a couple other things on that street glide.
Could have blown it on all the hookers walking around the hotel too.
I mean,
To be honest, I don't think they were the high end ones. They were hitting every sorry bastard up. Hey man, you looking to party? You want to come hang out? Like, I'm going to my room. I'm good.
I was in Vegas earlier last year, like summer of last year. I was just there for a night, and I don't know, it wasn't my favorite thing. But
Yeah,
I don't party anymore. Like I don't drink, I don't do anything. So I just kind of observing everything.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't go out of my way to go there. Like I wouldn't like now I've been twice, but I'll go there for a pool tournament that I every time and it's fun in that atmosphere because you're there for a purpose.
Yeah,
And just to say, oh, I'm gonna go to Vegas for a weekend. There's a lot of other stuff I'd love to do.
yeah, understood.
he could have came to Daytona and went to the FXR mixer.
I think my buddies were there.
Yeah, you said
Wade
yeah, Filthy
Padilla,
Wade.
yeah, Filthy Wade, and my buddy Ant. He rode Danny D's one of his bikes down there.
Okay, yeah. See, yeah, I met Ant at the Indian Larry, so I would have
Yeah,
recognized his bike, but I didn't see him. So
yeah. I actually talked to him the day before he left. He was stressing because he went to go do something on the FXR, and he found the case was cracked right where the transmission and the case bolt together.
yep,
So he actually brought his monkey down and just
yeah,
rode that around for the week.
yeah. I did see that. That's all you need down there is a monkey. You don't go far.
Yeah,
But no, Daytona was good, like you said. I mean, I don't really party anymore. So we used to go to Main Street every night. I think I went down to Main Street one night past week, and
with the midget wrestling thing.
yeah, that was they were funny. They like just bopping through the crowd, like bouncing off people's knees, trying to get them to do shots. But yeah, like I said, usually we go down there every night. But this year I kind of went to a bunch of shows and hung out with Drew from Rolling Throttle. So I was able to get into the shows, park my bike right at his tent, and we had a stunt day, a lot day, and so it was fun. It was different this year. I did a lot of different stuff. I did more of riding. I did a lot more riding by myself because nobody else wanted to go.
Yeah,
But it was fun. Cause I met up with a bunch of people that I've met on through the podcast, so that helped.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna lay down. We're gonna lay down a whole like Daytona show. Hopefully, it'll come out the same week as this episode, probably later in the week. So, because there's a lot of stuff. This is the first year. Like, I feel like everybody was posting live videos and reels like in time from Daytona, like way more this year than I've ever seen in the past. I was bummed I wasn't there.
Yeah, I was. I don't know. I wanted to go slightly, but then I realized I don't know. I'd rather just save the time for later in the year. I have
yeah.
a
I
very
mean,
limited amount of vacation time. So
even if you came down just for the first weekend, went to the FXR meetup, that's all you needed, really. You
yeah,
could have left Monday night. So,
I could have just
what's your
down.
what's your schedule looking like? What show are you doing next?
I got the FXR Jam, and then we got Laconia. Laconia, I'm doing Tuesday to Sunday, so coming up midweek. And after that, I don't really know. After that, honestly, I think I want to try to make it to Smoky Mountain Bike Week. My buddy Coley is moving out to um, Tennessee, so I want to
Yep.
go chill with him, ride with him, and ride the Smokies. But other than that, nothing really.
Yeah. Well, let's link up for that because I want to go to the Smoky Mountain Bike Week too and check that out and hang out, go to Dream Rides and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'm
let's make
down.
that a plan.
Are we riding or trailing?
Huh. I don't know. I'll ride.
If my motor stays together, I'll ride.
Yeah. I don't know if my FXI will make it. It's leaking so much, but I'll try. I mean,
What is it? September or October?
I
I
think
think
it's
it's the
October.
I think it's the first week of October.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny month to leave out of New England in
Oh yeah,
October.
Oh yeah.
But you could definitely have some snow on the ground, or it could be 80.
Yeah.
yeah.
You never know.
Same down here. Yeah,
I
typically
don't
it's
really want to think that far ahead. Like, I don't want to be thinking about October. I'm thinking about like May and April and like getting back out there like all the time, you know?
yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
What are
So
you
what?
guys doing? I know you guys were talking about going to Americade.
Yep. I think we're still gonna ride out there even if we ride out there just for 2 days.
Yeah.
Just take a ride out there, check out Lake George. I don't really care about the Americade part, but it's kind of a destination, you know. Go out there,
Yeah.
check out Lake George, and just see
Yeah.
what it's about.
I got a buddy that lives like about an hour north of Lake George in Keysville,
Okay.
and the riding up there is amazing. There's you got to go over to Tupper Lake and over into like Lake Placid and everything. They got all the back roads that like snake next to the river, and like it's really good. I like
Yeah, I've been to Lake Placid before, and those roads are pretty cool.
yeah.
So that's kind of the plan. I mean, originally we were planning on doing it last year. The thing is, like, Americade is a little early this year. It's the last weekend in May. Usually, it's the weekend right before Laconia. Laconia is late this year. There's always a chance that weekend comes up and it's a dumpster fire. Like, it could be just cold. I mean, it's the last weekend in May. It could be cold. It could be rainy. It could be beautiful. But that's the plan. Really, is just to go out like maybe on Friday, come back on Sunday, and just do a bunch of riding out there.
Is it Memorial Day weekend?
No, it's because the 31st is a Sunday, so Memorial Day is the Monday before it.
Yeah, yeah. They're the FXR Jam is that last weekend of May, like last first weekend of June, I guess. It's like I think the first starts falls on like Saturday or Sunday, something like that.
What bike you plan on taking out to FXR Jam?
The cop bike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of had a mishap with the red bike too. I accidentally dropped the tank and it fell right on the grip tape of my skateboard,
Ugh.
and it just a tiny bit, but just enough. Like it messed the paint up just enough to make me like want to take it down to the frame.
That's all it took.
Yeah. And I mean, I was looking at it closer. The frame's starting to get a little crusty, so maybe next winter I'll take that one down.
You're gonna keep the paint though. It's original paint, right? You're gonna keep that paint, or you gonna?
Yeah, yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping that paint. I was already thinking about having it just re-cleared, so I'm gonna have that spot touched up and re-clear the whole thing. So
Yeah. So I'm looking at it right now. The East Coast FXR Jam is May 29th to June 1st. So it's Thursday to Sunday.
yeah,
That's pretty much Jim. That's
That's
when
pretty much, I think, Americade. I'm looking at it right now.
shit, we
I'll
might
tell
have
you
to.
what though. It's only from Lake George. It's only like an hour and a half away. So
I was gonna say we might have to over there, swing through there or something. Make a weekend of it. I don't know if I'll be on the FXR. I could be on the Road Glide, but who knows?
I thought you were selling that thing.
Eventually. Well, we just talked about selling stuff. I don't like selling stuff.
Yeah,
If someone came to me and was like, "I'll trade you this bike for your Road Glide," but all right, deal. Put it on Marketplace and answering questions like, "What'd you do with the radio? It's there, but you don't have a radio. Well, I can't listen to my talk stations." No. So I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's May 27th through the 3rd.
May 27th. So what's that?
So actually, the 1st is a Saturday. Sunday is June 1st. That's weird. Just because it's so short.
Yeah.
So if we went out on the Friday, we would pretty much be there like for the last day.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I said, I don't care about the Americade part.
Yeah.
So maybe we can work it so we swing out to East Coast FXI Jam, say hi to see what's up with over there, and carry on.
Which is Connecticut?
no, it's
New York.
Easter. It's at Blackthorn.
Oh, it is. It's at Blackthorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's same as the Deadbeat Retreat and stuff.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know if we lost Todd or we lost his camera.
I'm here.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, whatever. We'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I want to hear more about this the police bike. So what fairing you running? An RP fairing?
The Nest fairing, and I'm Ventura mounting it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
I'm running the FXR, the Bazaar blocker.
Yep.
So it's gonna be like a little different than just the regular Nest fairing.
Yeah, Oakland style. Huh. And what wheels you run? Those wheels you showed me? Those
Yeah, those
cam wheels?
CCE wheels. It's like the thick 3-spoke with the slits in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's either gonna be really good or really bad. I don't know.
I know that's the thing that always I always collect all these cool parts, And then it's like, then you start putting them on the bike, and you're like, it doesn't go together. It's a cool part, but it just doesn't go with all this other stuff I got. So that's the tricky part.
Yeah, I'm being very deliberate with what I choose to put on it. So hopefully it all comes together good. If not, there's always more parts.
Yeah, buy more parts. What are you running for a bar riser setup on there?
Probably the Big Al's bars, risers.
I like those risers.
10-inch pullback and chrome, of course.
Chrome.
Yeah. Chrome. Whatever can be chrome is going to be chrome. Whatever's not chrome is polished. So you'll see me coming.
Are you gonna have any lights on it, like any cop lights on it, or
No?
no? All right. Yeah, because you're not gonna have that fairing. So yeah.
No, I'm actually running a Softail headlight on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I pulled the head off my Softail when I had it, and it's just been laying around, and I was like, "Yep, this fits. Let's do it."
Is that what's that? 7 1/4?
No, it's 5 3/4.
Oh, it's a small one. I thought that they were bigger.
It might be cool to do like in a small amount, like some blue LEDs on there. Like if you're doing shows at night, you can just kind of turn them on. But I don't like the ones that
my God, Jim,
the whole bike is lit up. But
come on,
do some blue LEDs on that comp bike. I knew you were gonna say that.
Who knows? Maybe.
I knew you were gonna say that. It would be cool just for shows at night, man. Just a few, not a lot. Tastefully done. Make it look like the lights are on. You know.
Could put it in the fairing, like in behind the fairing.
Behind the fairing.
A little bit.
I don't know.
No, that thing. This bike's it's like a homologation of all different types of Harleys because the motor is out of a '95 Dyna. The primary is off of a bagger. The transmission is out of a Borgette chopper. So it's just like whole.
Just the Frankenstein parts.
Well, those Borgettes aren't using them anymore.
No, I think the guy I bought the transmission from, he said the bike had like 1,500 miles on it, and it was from like 03 or 04. So that wasn't getting any use.
So 1,500 miles. Then he probably paid what, 60 grand for that thing. So how much money did he pay per mile for that thing?
Too rich for my blood, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And everything on it probably broke except for the transmission.
Transmission and motor, yeah.
Yeah. Those you see some of those on Facebook Marketplace. $6 grand. The only good thing is the motor and the trans.
Yeah. I think it would be kind of cool though to pull up in a bike week or something on one of those and just as a joke, just freaking just rocking it.
That you see some down in Daytona. You still see some of the old Texas Iron Horse choppers.
Yeah.
So you see some of those. You see a hell of a lot of big wheel baggers, and a lot of trikes. There was so many trikes this year. And Boss Hoss, that's another thing that you only see in Daytona.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Boss Hosses, they're sick.
Oh,
they might be pieces of crap, but they're sick.
I'd like to ride one, but not around anybody. Take it out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
I'd like to see you wheelie it.
I'd try.
That frame would probably just snap. The neck would just snap off.
Yeah, I mean, if you get track, those things, I don't know. They sound nasty. I mean, I don't know how they ride them, but supposedly they're balanced pretty well, and they're pretty easy to ride from what I heard.
Only one way to find out.
Exactly.
When are you getting one, Jim?
I am definitely not getting a Boss Hoss.
That's
low. That's low on the list.
That would fit right into your Hell Brother catalog.
Nah, I'd be more likely to go out and buy like a chopper, like a production big chopper than a Boss Hoss.
All right. Turbos too. A lot of turbos this year in Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cheat code if you want to win a show. Just turbo and a little bit of metallic paint.
Yeah.
And everybody will need to go change their pants after that.
All you gotta do is slap a turbo on. You don't really have to do much else.
Yeah.
They sound cool, but I don't know. A turbo on a bike just doesn't look good to me. I don't know. I'm more old school, like just seeing the motor and V twin, and I don't know.
I mean, I will say, I'm sure you saw it. The white and red Road Glide with the turbo, Dwayne.
Hmm. Pro-
He was
Trying to
at a
think.
bunch of shows. It's Lucky Strike painted it. That's it used to be green.
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name?
No, it's Dwayne.
Oh, it's Dwayne.
Yeah, he bought it from Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that that's a bike that that's a work of art. I don't mind the turbo on that. People just slapping turbos on regular ass bikes. It's I don't know.
Now, you know what bike I saw in person that was really cool was Forever Rad, that ST they just did, that brown one with the wood grain and everything.
Yeah,
That was pretty sick.
yeah, that's a good bike.
Yeah, I mean another thing, STs were everywhere down there this year. That's they're coming out strong.
Yeah, I've been thinking about picking up a ST or picking up like a early like a first gen street bob or something again because I think it would be kind of nice to have a bike I just go and start, not have to mess around with.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean that's kind of why I like the Road Glide because it's yeah, semi what's the word I'm
Rely-
looking for? Reliable. That's the word. So
Well, your Road Glide too. That's the only bike you're gonna do like serious mileage on.
whoa,
Like
whoa, what do you mean?
if you're overnighting somewhere or something like that, you're not taking the FXR overnight.
How do you know?
I know. I know. I've known you for 40 years. You're not taking that FXR overnight.
It's got bags. I put bags on it.
No place to put your equipment.
Yeah. So you miss your soft tail at all, Todd?
yes and no. I mean, I don't miss the payment, but having a having a bike that's reliable and already done, yeah, I like that part. I don't know. It's not the same as an FXR or even a sporty. So
Yeah, I know. I understand. I know what you mean. Trust me, I'd love a lowrider ST, a brand new one. They look sick. They're awesome. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I'd get it and then not ride my other bikes, or I'd get it and just have it sit in the garage. So I don't know.
yeah,
It would be a toss up.
I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that Harley Davidson has ever made. And I just moving away from the Dyna, I mean, they kept some of the models, but you know, they're Softails now and they're nice bikes. I mean, there's Softails ride great, but there's just to me an appeal with the Dyna. And you think about like that those new like STs and all that, if they were the old style without that Softail, I think they'd sell even more of them.
You think
If
so?
that's even possible. I do. I really think so. And I think like Harley Davidson needs more affordability too. That's something else
oh,
Well,
you
for
don't got
another podcast.
110
But
grand laying around.
yeah, no, fucking stupid. We're gonna talk about that too. But just talk about not being in touch.
come on. I mean, they're only making 131 of them.
Look, that's a really cool bike. First of all, it looks. I'm gonna the can off it looks like they stole it off a GSXR on the way in. They were like, "Oh shit, we forgot this part," and they stuck it on the back end. But it's sick. No, that bike is sick. Don't get me wrong. But it's like there's all this stuff going around. Like Harley Davidson's hurting. I mean, I've seen news articles, like reports that people that work in Milwaukee are worried about losing their jobs. They're I heard bankruptcy. I think that word's too strong, but and they're out here, you know, and they're putting all that R&D into building a $110,000 production bike, but they moved away from one of their most popular, if not their most popular, affordable bikes. I mean, the Dyna, all those Dynas were so much more affordable than the Softails even back then.
Even the sporty, they got rid of that. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's what the Nightster, and then there's one other one, right? There's basically two of them, and they
yeah,
don't even call it they don't call it a Sportster, right? It's kind of a cafe. It's almost like a cafe style bike.
yeah, the
Sportster S.
S. But the Nightster is its own. It's like in that family, but it's named the Nightster. So I was
Yeah,
actually in the dealership yesterday, and they had one in there, and it was like 11, which that they had a Nightster for 11, which wasn't bad. But I mean,
I,
I think if they got to like 9 and under, they would get a bigger audience.
I mean, they're trying. I mean, the Thrashing guys, Cruzy, everybody's like all the big YouTubers are getting them and making them pretty cool. And it, I think they're going to catch on. I think we're going to see a lot more Nightsters in the future.
I think they're gonna sell, yeah, but Would I rock one? Probably not. But
No.
there's an
It,
aspect.
I don't have a problem with like, and I really don't. I don't have a problem with them having an $1,000 bike that we look at and go like, "Hey, that's not something I would ride." But listen, that was the first Harley I bought. I bought it. It was like $5,000. It was a Sportster 1200C, and it's an entry level for a lot of people that want to ride a Harley. And a lot of guys want to go out and buy like I want to buy the full size because they're like Brian. They're over 6 feet tall and they look like a bear riding a unicycle if they jump on a Sportster. So it's like you're going from 11 grand to what's the next one? 20?
Like 15ish, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I
And
bought
baggers are outrageous.
like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when I bought my Softail, that was 15, 14.5 or 15, and now the Street Bob is listing at 17.
but to put things in perspective, like I bought my brand new Night Train in 2003,
Yeah.
and I remember it was $16,300. I remember, and so like if your bike then was 14, 15, like they really haven't gone up that much.
Yeah.
But then you get into the baggers, and then it's a
But
different story.
what was the sticker on that bike?
That's what. Oh yeah, I didn't pay 16.3, but that's what it was. I
Yeah.
paid
I
like
mean,
23.
yeah.
That's
So
right.
it was a different time back then. They were marking the hell out of it.
Yeah, and the P&A catalog got to me.
Yeah, that too.
I'm like, oh yeah, just throw that right into the loan. Like
Yeah.
really? Put some wheels on it. Put an exhaust on it.
It's got a $900 bike payment.
I swear I paid on that thing. I don't know how long I paid for that thing. I remember you saying you're still paying on that thing like 7 years later.
I remember you telling me when you finally paid it off.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, in certain instances, yeah, it kind of hasn't gone up, but like they're like in the baggers, like they're putting in all the technology, which is awesome. For a lot of people, they love the technology, and I'm kind of a nerd. I do too. I like the new radios and all the navigation and shit, and I love all that stuff. But we talked about this. Brian said they really should sell a stripped down model. Like it's just a bagger, like, and it's just doesn't have a radio, it doesn't have navigation, doesn't have all that. It's just got your controls and a fairing,
Yeah.
you know.
They had that
And
the Electric Glide Standard. It was going for like 17.5 or something like that.
yeah.
Yep.
But they axed that.
Yeah, now it's the ultra limited, and then they have like the Street Glide. What is it? The Street Glide Ultra, and they have a Road Glide Ultra, and then they have like the specials, but they all have high electronics in them.
I mean, you can still get the Road Glide Police. That's I think like 22.
Yeah, that's just a stripped down road glide. So,
Yeah, that would be cool to build, but
but
that's not in the cards right now. So,
I don't think a new bike's in my cards right now.
I mean, you work 1 day a week.
Hey, I know. So it's hard to make a payment when I'm only working 1 day a week.
Also true.
Shit, I just had a question for Todd. Now I can't remember because Jim wouldn't shut up over there. He's talking.
Listen, I haven't had internet for like 3 weeks, so I'm gonna fucking talk. All right.
Jeez. What the hell was I gonna? Something good too. This was. Yeah.
It was so good he forgot it.
Yeah, I forgot.
He left himself.
Oh, I know
speechless.
that. I know it is. So Todd's in Long Island. So have you heard anything about the Indian Larry shop? What's going on? Or
So I was under the assumption it's not happening. I have a buddy who swears it's happening. Apparently, he texted them or emailed or something, DM'd them, and they said it was happening. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, the last like 3 years they've said it's the last one. So
I know.
I feel like it's a 50-50 right now.
Yeah. So, but is the shop even still there?
Yeah, the shop's still there.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought I heard that the lease was up and they had
I
to move
heard
out.
I heard that too, and they're moving somewhere else. For what I know, it's still there.
You know, I should have. Bobby Seeger was at the FXR meetup in Daytona. I should have went and talked to him and asked him, but
He's
next
a
time.
good guy. I like him. Yeah, he calls me double fisting because we were at they had a bike night, and I had 2 hot dogs in each hand. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Dead air. I love the dead air. No. All right. So what's up? We're gonna have. So you're gonna be here for Laconia for the second weekend, right, Todd?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, so I think that's Saturday is when I'm going to try to do a little Ride Life barbecue over here.
Yeah. I think I told you I was going to bring all my goons. So we're going to take your neighborhood over.
That's fine.
We
They
got,
don't like me. They don't like me anyways.
we'll give them a couple more reasons.
Yeah. Well, I figure we'll park all my truck and everything out in the backyard. The whole driveway will be for us. Do some stunting, do some donuts, do burnouts, whatever you want.
All right. I got my buddy Brad up there with the 25 ST.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to get him on last week or a couple weeks ago, but Jim's internet was so bad we couldn't even have anybody on. So,
I mean, he could have talked. He could have done the whole podcast just himself. So
oh, that's good to know.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I've yet to meet Brad, so I want to meet him in person. But I've talked to him here and there on Instagram. So
he's a good guy.
yeah,
I was up there end of last year. He was holding my trailer for me, so I went up and picked that up. And then yeah, he's a solid kid. I like him.
yeah. So how did he get your trailer from New York?
My trailer was in Maine. I bought it from one of my buddies up there,
Okay.
and I didn't want to go all the way to Maine, so he just brought it to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that was like a new to you trailer. You've never. All right, I get you.
yeah, but I mean, the trailer's from like '84, I think. So
It does
yeah.
the trick.
I haven't even used it yet. I got it back here and I just dropped it. I haven't even touched it. So
Is
I
it
was
just
Had to have it.
yeah, I got it for a good price, and I was like, man, if I use it like twice a year, it's just worth it to have. So
is it enclosed? What is it? Just open trailer?
no, it's an open 6x10 and
Yeah.
all metal. So I'm just gonna drill some holes, put some wheel chocks in it, and I'm bringing both bikes up to Laconia this year.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, just in case something happens with one, I have a backup, and if my buddies want to ride one, whatever.
So where are you staying up at Brad's house for? Where are you staying for Laconia?
Yeah, we're actually all staying at his house. I think like
Yeah,
6 or 7 guys are staying there. So
there you go.
I think he's supposed to be getting a camper. So I think we're all just gonna stay in the camper.
And then I think he's like an hour and 20 minutes from me, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, he's like you sent me your address once. You're like near the main border, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah, he's all the way on the other side of Laconia. So
yeah, exactly. He's like on the other side of the lake. Yeah, so
Brian's in
yeah,
a cool spot because he's like 45 minutes to Bentley's and then 45 minutes to what is it, Iron Tail Saloon too. Like Brian's in a good spot. There's a lot of really good riding. And then if you want to ride out to the coast,
yeah, I like going to the coast, Hampton, and all that.
yep.
Yeah, I spent a good amount of time up there.
I spent a lot of time at Hampton Beach when I first got my Fox body, my Mustang, because
Yeah,
how Hampton Beach is like a circle, so you got the front strip and the back strip.
yep.
Yeah, I put some laps in there.
I don't
we go
blame you.
cruising for chicks.
Oh yeah, hey,
As one of my old coworkers would say, you're going catting,
you going what?
catting.
Catton, yep. Yep. But I've had some fun nights at Hampton Beach, that's for sure. But the funny thing is, like, when I had my Fox body, no girls wanted to talk to me. It was just dudes, But then when I got my Honda Prelude, that was a different story. I don't know what they thought it was, like a rich man's car or something. They're like, "What the
Dude,
hell is this?"
I've talked to more chicks because of my cars in a Prius and a Subaru Forester than I did when I had WRXs and Jeeps and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, well you get the crunchies, the hippies.
Yeah,
They want to know.
They love a good Prius.
Oh,
I love a good
Subarus.
Prius right now too because I don't have a license.
Oh, I thought you were getting it back
Tomorrow morning I got to go
tomorrow.
to DMV, but
There you go.
yeah, I'm
All right.
using the spare car that's not registered in my name.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Stole it.
I'm looking forward to Laconia. I know you got the East Coast Jam before that, but Laconia should be fun this year too.
It's going to be a good time. Hopefully, since they moved it back, the weather is a little better. It doesn't rain
Yeah,
as much, but
yeah, yeah. I'm
that's why they
hoping
make rain suits.
exactly. Hope we can get a good crowd over here for the barbecue and just hang out, have a good time, and have some hot dogs. double fist you. That didn't sound good.
That did not sound good.
All right, no. I mean,
That did not.
he
I'm
said,
probably just for Laconia this year. I'm probably just coming up that weekend. Like I'm not. I don't think I'm going up in the middle of the week and stuff this year.
no. Well, you got to come up Friday night because you
Yeah,
got
that
back.
weekend.
Yeah, the barbecue.
Because I think that's the weekend. I think that's the weekend. Danny and her husband are going to be up there too.
Yeah. I was talking to him.
So
What's Todd? What's the other kid's name with Chonka Monster? What's his
Chauncey.
Chauncey.
Yeah, call him
Yeah.
Chainsaw if you see him when you see him.
I saw he entered the world of Dinah's.
No, Softail.
Oh, it's a Softail?
Yeah.
All right.
He was having all types of issues with that bagger.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, it's an Ultima, so you're rolling the dice, but
Yeah,
he went through like 3 Ultimas in 2 years.
that's something's not right.
Yeah, I think the first one he cracked the crank. The second one, the studs pulled out of the case, and then he's working on getting them to replace to replace it. It would be his third.
So, how were they with the first two motors? Were they kind of?
He just had to pay shipping to get it.
It's not.
We'll see. I'm telling him he should just ditch that and build an 80-inch. Just run it like that.
Yeah. Put an 80-inch back in there because that's like a 90 something, isn't it? That Ultra he has.
Yeah, it's a 96 or 97. It's a 95th anniversary.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it's got that cool paint. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and he that's another. I'm going up there up to Maine in July 4th weekend. Going to hang out with him, so.
There you go. He lives in Maine, so he must not live far either.
Yeah, he's like in the middle of nowhere, Maine, so.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of those.
That's the best part.
I thought it was like 4 or 5 like I thought it was like 5.5 hours for me. And then I looked it up, it's 8. So he's deep up there.
8 hours. So he's probably. I think you're like 4 hours from me. So he's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going 4 hours up to Maine tomorrow, and I'm not going halfway up. It's big.
Yeah.
Where you going? Wait, what's that for your job?
For work. I'm going.
Jeez, I gotta sleep in tomorrow. I was up. I rode 22 hours to get home last night.
All right. Yeah.
And it's weird. Like we got to Massachusetts, dropped my buddy off, and so that was 19 hours. And I'm like, I was wide awake. I was gonna spend the night at his house, but I was like, I'm wide awake, bro. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. Why stop the flow?
Yeah, because I told him, if I fall asleep now, I'm not gonna want to wake up, and I'll be miserable.
It's that last stretch though, the last like 45 minutes to a half hour, you're just dying. Like that's like the worst part of the long ride like that.
Yeah.
And Todd and I were talking about going out to Born Free, and that's 20. That's a day. That's a long ride.
Yeah, it's from me. I think it's like 23 hours.
Yeah, so you add another. Yeah, it's like 27 hours for me.
Yeah.
1 day, 3 hours.
I mean, enough white monster and beef jerky. You'll get through it.
Well, yeah. Well, white for you. I drink the Ghost, the creamsicle Ghost, and Twizzlers get me through it.
Yeah, that's a good combo too.
I can't do beef jerky. Jim, you like beef jerky?
It's all right. I like the sweets. I'd probably be in on the Twizzlers or like Hershey's Kisses or something like that.
Yeah, but those are a pain in the ass to open while you're trying to drive.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Peanut butter cups, Reese's Pieces.
Oh, jeez.
Skittles, dude.
Skittles too. Yeah, I'm a candy junkie. I love candy.
All right. What about the nerds? The gummy nerds? You ever have those?
I'm not a nerds guy.
Oh.
Yeah, neither was I, but I'm not a gummy guy either, or the nerd guy. But those two together.
Listen, when I was a kid, Brian, we used to stop at Sheehan's. Remember Sheehan's?
Oh yeah.
And we were going down to New Bedford to see the family. We'd get a bag of butterscotch discs and root beer barrels.
God, root beer barrel.
Which didn't taste like butterscotch and didn't taste like root beer, but somehow it worked.
Yeah. Todd's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Showing our age.
True
Do
story.
you guys ever ride like in the Berkshires at all?
Motorcycles, no. Trucks, yes.
I have once, like a long time.
I love riding out there. Like if I'm just going up for a day, I'll take the ferry out of Port Jeff over into Connecticut, and then just rip the back roads up into the Berkshires and go rip around there for 4 or 5 hours, and then rip the highway home. And it's a good way to get a little fun ride.
What's the was it the Mohawk Trail? Is that what's up there?
I don't even know, dude. I go and find random roads.
Yeah.
So
What?
the Mohawk Trail is Route 2.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, so like when you stay on 2 and you go like way out past Gardner and then you cross 91, that's when it starts to turn into the Mohawk.
When
I
you
know
gonna stop?
Eastern Connecticut has some good roads too.
Yeah, it does.
I'm trying to think of Eastern Connecticut. What would that be like? Orange, Connecticut. Is that?
I think Orange is Western. I could be mistaken though.
It's like Pomfret, Putnam. You go down past the casinos. All that is really nice. Up into, depending on which way you're going, it'll take you down to like that lower corner of Rhode Island where I ride down to the beaches, or it'll take you up into Western Mass area. It's pretty nice. Killingsley, like Killingsley.
Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich is Eastern, but it's more like Eastern Central. Norwich is closer to Hartford.
All right, let's get back to FXRs.
All right.
What bike you putting together first, Todd?
But what was that?
Which FXR are you gonna put together first?
Probably the red one, just so I can get it off the lift and start working on the other one. But I mean, it's really that's the plan. But who knows? I could change the plan.
What off topic? What lift do you got? What motorcycle lift do you have?
Harbor Freight.
Good. I got a Harbor Freight one too.
Yeah.
And I had the genius idea of putting the bike on the lift, lifting it up, and rolling it right into the back of my pickup.
Yeah.
But the pump said, no, we're not going up today.
Yeah, they sell a rebuild kit for them. Harbor Freight doesn't do it, but some other third-party company sells it. But I didn't pay retail for mine. I got it on Marketplace.
Yeah, I bought mine, but I went down this huge rabbit hole. I found this forum where they were talking about the pumps going and like there's like this black market phone line for Harbor Freight that you can call and order parts. And I got the part number for the whole pump. I'm just going to order a whole new pump and put it in. So it's like $157, I think it is. So my $500 Harbor Freight's lift is going up.
Yep.
But that I swear I saw that on a video somewhere that somebody did that. Put their bike on the lift and lifted it up and rode right in the back of their truck.
Yeah.
So I was kind of hoping I could do that.
Yeah, you want to know the cheat code?
What's that?
Lower your truck.
I know.
Yeah. I have a S10 that I picked up for a good deal. I'll say. It's 2-wheel drive, so I'm gonna drop it. I think I'm doing 3 in the front, 4 in the rear, and I want it nice and low so I could just easily roll bikes in and keep it rolling.
You won't even need a ramp. Just pull up to a curb.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you remember my I had a Nissan Titan.
Yep.
I had that lowered, and I used to be able to load dirt bikes and 4 wheels and that thing, no problem.
Yeah, that was a nice truck.
Yeah, it was. Jim, talk.
Listen, I think honestly, it's been awesome having Todd back on. I think we should wrap this up though. We're about an hour in.
Really? Already?
We're an hour. I know it's fun. This is what happens. So we start talking about bikes, then it's weather, then it's trucks, then it's cars, and I see that tank behind his head. That thing's got to get mounted up pretty soon. So,
well, he's not doing it tonight, so he wants to talk about it tonight.
He might have to.
No, I probably got another like week and a half before I can throw it together.
So I'm excited to see that bike.
It should be good, I think. Who knows? But my plan is within the next like week or so, I'm getting it together as a roller. This way, that's all ready. And then once I finish building the motor, drop that in, wire it up, and boom, Bob's your uncle.
Are you going like stripped down wiring, or are you gonna go full?
Dude, no, I'm stripped down, like 6 wires on the whole bike, like
There you go.
no turn signals.
Yeah, that's what I just did with the FXR. I stripped it down. I even want to get rid of the buttons I put on there already. Just put a little button somewhere under the seat or something,
Yeah,
so I have no wires through the handlebars.
the
Yeah,
I'm not even running a starter. I'm just running the button on the starter, and that's it.
yeah, that's all you need.
High beam on all the time. So
Yeah, that's how mine is. No front brake light
yeah,
switch. You don't need that.
which my buddies hate when they ride with me because I need to tap the rear brake
Just
to
to let them
get
know.
the light. Yeah,
I will say my new upgrades for the. I'm not so. I'm definitely gonna go dual disc, but with my new fluid and pads and the stuff I did, the new master cylinder, the front brake works way better.
yeah.
So I'm
And you
happy
just
with
got the
that.
single disc on there, right?
Yeah, but it's got a PM caliper on it,
All right.
and it had just the old 5 master cylinder, so I put a bigger master cylinder on it,
Yeah.
and I put some fresh fluid in, fresh pads, and it made a huge difference. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited
I'm
about that.
I'm gonna be running Behringer calipers on the white bike on the
Oh,
cop
nice.
bike.
What master cylinder are you gonna run?
I don't know. Because the Brembo RCS 19 is like out of stock everywhere. The PM Master is like 650.
Yeah,
Then the Behringer one is like 670. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to hunt down a Brembo, or I mean, if worse comes to worse, I'll just throw a bagger front Master on there
yeah.
for
I
now.
saw there was an FXR down Daytona. It was a twin cam swap, but he had a Brembo RCS 15 on there.
Mm.
So I don't know what the difference between the 19 and the 15 is. Is it the bore? I wonder.
Yeah, the bore is a little smaller. I think the 15 is meant for single disc.
You know what? Maybe that's what it was, because it was a twin cam swap, and I think he might have only had a single disc. So I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can get those, if those are in stock.
Yeah, they're in stocks, but
They're
it
going
would work.
dual.
It would work, but not as well, probably.
Yeah, I think I could go if I did the RC15, and then I went Brembo '08 plus touring caliper. Then I could put an 11.8 on it.
Yeah.
So that might work too if I stay single. That is. I just like the look of a single disc. I don't know why.
Yeah, you see more of the wheel on the other side.
Yeah, I don't hate the dual disc. I know it's better performance, but not like my wheels are anything special. It's just 9 spokes, so it's like really nothing to show off. What wheels you got on the red bike? Is it just, you got 9 spokes on there too?
They're 9 spokes, but I'm taking them off, and I have a set of polished 13 spokes that I'm going to put on.
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those?
They actually came on the cop bike, but I got the other wheels for it, so I'm just going to swap them.
Oh, you know what I think would look good on that red bike is some orange 13 spoke wheels.
You
I
know,
could I could trade you.
I don't think it would look too hot.
I don't know if that works with the red. You know what?
Yeah, yeah.
Repaint your whole bike.
I,
I
I
mean,
don't know what I was thinking with those orange
good.
wheels.
I got a paint idea for the next FXR that would probably be the hardest thing you've ever seen.
Really? All right.
All Porsche paint the sample colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had one FXR to pick, factory painted FXR. I think I know which one you're going with. But what are you going with?
Are we doing RT or skinny?
Any FXR original paint FXR. You can go lowrider. You can go whatever you want. You get a pick.
Any. I mean, I like that 93 lowrider.
Yep, the gray one. Yep.
Yeah, two-tone gray. But if I had free reign, I would probably try to pick something rare, like in like the one of like 20
Yeah.
area.
I don't know why, but I might pick a Liberty Edition bike. I just like those painted. I don't know. They look cool.
Honestly, I mean, either that or I got a buddy up in Rochester that has it's like a white and it's like a burnt orange RT, and it's an OEM color, and he's like the only one I've seen that has it, and it's beautiful.
Yep. So you know what I saw at the FXR? You might follow them. think his name's like J Champ or Champ, but it's a FXR. He's got a chrome frame.
Oh yeah.
That thing was sick.
Chrome frame, white tint.
Yep. That was like as soon as I got to the meetup, I was like, that was directly at that. That was a nice bike.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then got to see Wheelo's bike in person. That was cool. He
Did
didn't
you
powder
ask
coat the
him?
frame.
Yeah, did you ask him if he powdered the frame?
No, he was like a celebrity there. He's talking to everybody. He's a cool dude. But
Yeah, I like him. He's a good guy.
yep,
He's
I
got
met
whole.
uh, I met Steve Chamberlain for the first time down there.
He's also a solid guy.
Yeah, he was cool. We went so Daytona HD Wheelies. Doug, he's got his own shop, 1F Performance.
Yeah,
So I hung out there a bunch last week, and Steve was over there one day. So pretty cool to meet up with them.
I love his bagger. It makes me want a 24.
Oh, I know it's clean. It's like
Yeah,
he doesn't have much done to it, but it just looks clean and rideable and reliable. And
yeah,
you know,
it's
I
a
do
good one.
like the 24s. Just to swap the bars is so easy.
Yeah, I didn't like him at first, and then I started seeing more of them, and they definitely grew on me.
Yeah, same here.
What I think would be really cool is getting a M8 Road King and then body swapping like the new tank and the new bags onto a Road King to have like the new body with no fairing. I think it would be cool.
That could be cool. Yep.
But
Street
we'll see.
Glide or Road Glide? What are you getting?
Probably Road Glide.
Yeah, those new Street Glides are pretty nice though.
Yeah, they are.
They've come along. I've ridden both. Well, I've never ridden a new Street Glide, but compared to my Road Glide, my old Cop Glide,
Yeah.
it just felt better on the highway. The wind and everything.
Yeah, I mean, sitting behind a Batwing fairing for me works better. It feels
Yep,
closer, and like, but I mean, the Road Glide, in my opinion, looks better.
I agree. That's the only thing. The Road Glide looks better, so it's like you want form or you want function. So
Yeah.
Jim went with the function Street Glide.
At the time that I bought that, I went with what I liked more, And then like
Yep.
a year later, everyone was into road glides like really hard.
You got any plans for that bike this year? Any upgrades?
I gotta finish like just doing little shit like the floorboards. I'm not doing much to it. I want to get the Sawicki mid-length for it.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get that done this year. Obviously get it tuned and the floorboards are nothing. That's small potatoes.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
just putting off type of thing.
Jim, I'm going to tell you so they put a Sawicki pipe on Dr. Harley's Road Glide
Yeah.
down there. So they sound pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the mid length too because it kind of looks like a thunder header without like the end cone.
Yep. They are. The kid had one on his dyno. I think he worked for Sawicki, and that thing was insanely loud. It was just on as soon as you stop, just at idle. That thing is ridiculous. So they are loud. If that's what you want. What pipe you run on the new bike?
Me?
For the way it looks.
I got a couple hooker headers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember you collecting those.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I had only 2 bikes to put them on. So.
Hey, you gotta have a spare one.
Yeah.
And plus, the third FXR is coming.
I might be working a deal to pick one up at the end of this year from a buddy.
I'm always looking.
Yeah, he hasn't touched it in a while, and he's thinking about getting rid of it. If he does, I'm gonna scoop it up and slowly piece together a RT.
There you go. You keeping the red bike the way it was when I started at Indian Larry, though?
Yeah, I might change up a couple little things, but nothing major.
Great.
I'm thinking also about because recently on Marketplace, there's been a whole bunch of like Delcron cases popping up.
Yeah.
For like pretty reasonable. So I've been thinking about picking up a case and over the year building a nice 90 and then swapping it in the winter and then having an extra motor.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, because knowing me, I'll probably blow one up or something.
I'm gonna have to be back in touch with you because, like I said, the FXR should make it through this season, but it's coming out after this. And now that you're gonna have experience, I have to call you for some tech tip.
I mean, maybe some tech not to do's.
Yeah, yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, anything's better than nothing.
I almost I didn't have assembly lube last night. I was putting my pistons on, and I thought about using anti-seize for the wrist pins.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, don't do that.
no, don't do that.
Yeah, luckily I didn't, but
All right, good.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I
ah,
mean,
it won't seize. It's fine.
yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah. The heat won't bother it. Don't worry. It looks like when I watch people do it on YouTube, it looks pretty easy. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, a top end is pretty simple, but I don't want to be delving into the bottom end and all that.
no, I don't. I don't want to be cracking any cases, but like, I think my FXR is just gonna need a little hone, some new rings, pistons, just a refresh top end.
Yeah,
So I don't think I'll have to pull the motor out for that, but I think I can do that. We'll
yeah,
see.
that's simple enough. It's like 12 bolts to take the whole top end off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, all right. Well, maybe you can be over for a weekend. We'll do that.
yeah. Who knows?
That'd be cool. I'll be down for that.
All
Yeah, 'cause
right.
it's always more fun wrenching with buddies.
Yeah.
Wrench alone, dude. That
Well,
thing rips. Have you
two
ridden a
off.
snowmobile? You've never ridden a? Yeah, it's funny because I got a buddy from Texas. He's never ridden a snowmobile either. He's like, let me ride that thing, and he gets on it, and he like rips down the street. He's like, holy crap, dude! It's a 3-cylinder, 2-stroke. You know, it's a ripper. There's no weight to it.
Yeah.
So they're pretty fun.
It's funny, dude. Down here, we'll get like 3 inches of snow, and people will be out on snowmobiles. There'll be people post like pulling their snowmobiles up to the main road with the for sale signs on it. 3 inches of snow. It's gonna be gone in 3 hours. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, if I lived where you are, like even when I lived in Mass with near Jim, I never had a snowmobile because we didn't have enough snow and we had nowhere to ride. The only reason I got this snowmobile is because I can ride right from my backyard and hit the real trails that they groom and everything.
yeah.
So it's kind of worth it. It makes it fun, something to do. But we can rip that thing up and down the grass too when you come.
I want to take it across a lake.
Yeah, good luck. If it sinks, just leave it. I don't want. I don't want anything to do with it.
You got insurance on it?
No, that thing only costs $1,000. You can trust me. If you bury it in a lake, I won't be mad.
Timestamp it.
Exactly.
I'm keeping you to that.
The EPA or the park rangers might not be too happy, but
I mean, if they abolish it, I wouldn't be mad.
one of my buddies that lives in town, Steve, he's a world champion of a snowmobile racer on water.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he's sick. So he goes all over the country racing snowmobiles. So he's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ugh. All right. Jim looks bored.
It's time to wrap it up, folks.
Jesus. All right, Dad. Fine. We were just starting to have fun. Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, Todd, thanks for coming on, bud. I appreciate it. I like it when you come on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And,
We'll be in touch.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys at Laconia, and if you guys come to the jam, it'll be a good time.
Yep. Yeah, definitely the jam, definitely the barbecue here, and keep me posted on your FXR. What's that? Hey, what's that other tank up there with the one on it? Is that a touring tank?
Oh, that's a street bob tank. That was on my street bob, and then I swapped to a lowrider tank, so 5 gallon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get easily distracted. Sorry, Jim. Sorry, Dad.
It's all right. That's a cool looking tank.
Yeah, it's 2022 Gauntlet Gray. So it has a huge dent on the other side, so don't
Now we won't look at that side.
Yeah, I dropped it on a parking barrier at the beach. I parked it on the sand a little too close, and kickstand just fell over, sank in, and yeah.
How was that?
That was a night that probably shouldn't have been riding. So.
One of those nights. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the party days. So.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, if you guys want to follow along, check out Todd's Instagram at @ToddAlton_.
Yep.
And is that how you say it? Is it Altan? How do you say it?
Either one works. It's
all right.
Yeah.
Go check him out. He's got some good stuff on there. Some good FXR stuff. So, all right, man. Thanks for coming on. And
yeah, man. See you guys later.
Yeah, bud.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
See you next Tuesday.